Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 49 of the Wylde Beyond. That is insane. Longest streamed game ever for us. It was also our first stream game, so that kind of makes sense if it's still going on. Hi, I'm Ethan. I, as always, am going to be your dungeon master for the evening, and I am joined by 5 out of 6 of the Wylde things. We are still missing our wayward bard, but for any need, I think I will try to occupy his role the best I can. But I'm still joined by 5 incredible friends, performers, and players who make up the Wylde things. We've got Lauren playing Bodhi.
Hi.
Hi. And Lauren recently acquired a new weapon that I immediately regret giving her. The ability to zoom. Next up, Joe playing Wraught.
Hey guys, it's me. No, I'm Wraught.
Morgan playing Melon.
I can't high five.
Oh, I'm going to, while I'm doing these introductions, recenter Morgan's camera on here so he looks even prettier. Then we have Mav playing Otto.
Hey everyone. Hey, did you know that Ethan is like one of the best DMs I've ever had?
Oh, okay.
Seconded.
The conditional I've ever had is the only reason that I'm not shutting your mic off.
Yeah.
No, I don't do compliments. I don't do them.
But I did give you one though. And what are your rules, Ethan?
Yeah.
Well, those rules are about my physical beauty, but fine. Take a luck point.
Yeah.
And for you too. Sarah, both of you, take free luck points.
Yeah, you look super great, Ethan. We all say so.
Show us your tits.
Get them. Yeah.
Not that great.
Take it off.
Okay, fine. If we get 20 more subs during this stream, I will DM the remainder of the stream shirtless. There. Tell your friends.
Cannot be purchased by anyone in our current game. There we go.
Yeah, great conditional. No one who is a player on one of our stream games can be the person who purchases it.
Excuse me, so log into my alt real quick.
If you're going through all that trouble, I can't really be upsetting you at that point. We have Sarah playing Kieren.
I was too strong, so the universe nerfed me by giving me a cold, so please excuse all the coughing.
No fun. And last but not least, we have a beautiful piece of artwork by Crash Candy representing Gromp.
Hey, guys. Yeah, I have a cool hat. The end.
That was a perfect imitation. I felt like he was here. I feel like Devon would agree. All right, y'all. Just a few quick pre-stream announcements before we jump on in. As always, this is an 18-plus stream for language and legal drug use, and who knows if there's a fight violence. So, not for kiddos. If there are kiddos here, that's on you.
No fucking kids.
Hey, there we go. You can listen to past episodes of Wylde Beyond, City of the Crimson Tower, Mothership, and occasional one-shots all over on Go Buff Yourself. I'm currently working on episode 19 of Wylde Beyond, and episode 18 of City of the Crimson Tower just dropped. So if you want horror, we've got you. If you want sci-fi, we've got you. If you want Wylde Beyond, we've got you. I think those are all my necessary... I'll be mentioning this again at the end of the stream, but we just confirmed today that Lauren and I will be at Emerald City Comic-Con, first full weekend in March in Seattle, with the Humanoid Games and Identico booth. Very excited to meet some of our Identico friends in person for the first time and get to rep their incredible game, and I'm even going to be running a few Identico one-shots while there, so come play. There, those are all my necessary work things. Now let's get to play. Let's run that introduction so that we can jump into episode 49 of The Wylde Beyond. We are back. When we last left the Wylde things, they'd done it. A plan initially put in place by will of the Feywild, but only made possible by the participation of the Wylde things to free almost a dozen children who were forced laborers for a hag named Scabatha Nightshade. And through brilliance and missteps and incredibly fortunate rolls and incredibly good strategy, all combined, the Wylde things managed to not only free the children contained in Loomlurch, not only defeat Scabatha Nightshade and drive her away, at least temporarily, but also managed to secure a recipe for the creation of a Leafy stone, a pass stone necessary to get from the Fields of Spring to Yon. And when we left off, smoke is still rising in the distance from Loomlurch. And as the camera pans down and we see the large felled tree that was hollowed out and originally the hunting lodge of Oberon, the Green Lord, now long since occupied by Granny Nightshade, we see that tree in the background, and we see the Wylde things walking towards us, along with many other figures. It is a parade of individuals here as you all pushed away from Loomlurch and into at least the outlying trees of the Shroudwood. We have the Wylde things, the members of the Getaway Gang, 10 or so children that were freed from the workhouse here, and a proverbial...
And a couple of cats.
And a couple cats who are following behind, and a proverbial parade of pigs, as Melon promised one of the children to rescue Oink, her favorite pig. The problem is, Melon was unable to distinguish them, and so simply grabbed one pig and let all of the others follow behind, which they quite happily did since, the building behind them was burning. We also had one interesting development. With the defeat of Granny Nightshade, her wrath was still able to fall upon you all in the form of a curse. Two of you, Wraught and Gromp, were transformed into life-size versions of you, but wooden dolls, joints and all. Bodhi got 3 points of exhaustion. Kieren grew long donkey ears and occasionally started braying like a donkey mid-sentence. Otto's hasn't been revealed yet, and Melon seems to be unable to pick anything up with his hands. So with the smoke in the background and the parade approaching us, that's where we pick up. So, my very first question for all of you. Where are you going? At least, where's the first stop?
We,
Probably going back to Little Oak.
yeah. Little Oak. Little Oak. Ooh.
You doing all right, Otto?
Nap.
I got eaten, so I'm not doing so hot.
Yeah, they look pretty shitty.
What? Bodhi? Bodhi.
What? I'm here. I'm away. We're going somewhere.
We're going back to Little Oak. And
Fuck yeah, little.
I gotta
Oh.
take care of something there too. So
Wraught, you feel a thud on your wooden shoulder, which is still interesting. It's a new experience, and there's the clack of wood as the knuckles of Gromp wrap into the back of your shoulder. Hey, Wraught, got wood. Am I right? Because we're both wood right now. Do you get the joke?
I thought it was much dirtier than you were making it out to be.
No,
I
I meant that too. But the impetus of the joke is the fact that we are currently wood.
You know, it stopped being funny the second you had to explain it.
Well, then you should have gotten it when I told it.
It was funnier when it was dirty.
Well, then keep it to... damn it. And he
She
just...
wants you to piss off, Birch.
And when you say Birch, the joke kind of goes over his head for a second, and you see as Gromp looks at his hands. Oh no, I thought it was more of a pine.
Oh, let me tell you. Hold on.
No, you're
I'm gonna go over to
100%
Gromp.
authentic Birch. Ha!
I know. I'm gonna go over to Grump. I'm gonna give him a big ol' lick.
Okay. Does taste more like pine, maybe a little walnut
considering it's
joints
like-
in there.
During Chimera ages, guess what I used to use to sharpen my teeth? I'd just gnaw on logs. I know woods.
And as this is all going down, Bodhi and I'm going to say Otto, you both feel hands and arms like on your shoulders as Will drops down out of one of the trees, basically just right in between you, and comes up behind you. We did it! Oh, you all are amazing! The adrenaline. Oh, years of planning for that. Whew. Great job. Why?
You're so loud, man. Why are you yelling? Well, yeah. And he puts his hand up for a high five. You fucking did it.
Yeah.
Yo.
Looks at you, Otto. You all right?
I got eaten by a T-Rex. The wounds are still healing, and just lifts up shirt and just sees where the teeth marks were.
And as
So, you
as you show him that, he turns around and starts walking backwards, getting to the front of the group because he has a lot of energy and adrenaline right now, but facing you all. And you can see as he looks you all over, and then he stops and waits for you to catch up, rejoins your group. Oof. I can't imagine that was easy. Thank you. From all of us, right? And a few of the children say thank you. Others are entirely distracted and not even paying attention, so they didn't hear the prompt. Looking around, some of them first time, who knows how long, being outside of that building. And the Will continues. Let's get back to Little Oak, where we can all be safe. You can rest there as long as you need. Please, come on. And starts running ahead. Kieren.
Do I see the kid that I told him I was the fairy goat father?
Yes, absolutely.
I'll go tromping up to him, trying to brush off as much as the blood my 8 hit points left in my body has on me to look a little bit more presentable. And get up to him and be like, hey, kid.
So this is Pud, who is still kind of walking next to Broter, the dwarf boy who was sick, and you gave a mushroom to help his food poisoning. Oh, they are on one right now. You hear this? It must be food time. Listen to this. The cats that are following
There's so
you
many cats
are
following
so
us.
talkative.
I'll lean down and get one under each arm.
There you go.
Suitcases.
Perfect. As you just had such a procession. The wild things indeed. But you walk up to Pud and you say this, and his head snaps to you. I know that voice. Are you? And he looks around and stage whispers, are you my fairy goat
He'll lean in really close. Yeah, unfortunately, the hag made me look a little bit more like a donkey right now. I promise I'm usually a goat. And then he makes a really loud hee-haw off to the back.
Take a luck point.
That being said, good job. Told you it would be okay. Just
Brother.
needed to keep looking after the other kids, alright?
Broder, look. I told you I had a very goat father. And Broder, still clearly, it was 8 minutes ago, basically. It was within the last half hour that you were in that room, Kieren. And so he's still holding his stomach in a little bit of pain. But he goes, yeah, I thank you for the mushroom, very good father.
You're supposed to be motivational and like, hey, great job, you're okay, take care of the other kids.
And
Huzzah.
even though you can tell he's, his stomach still hurts, he's got a big smile on his face for the most part, and so do all of the kids who are exploring out here the forest for the first time, and some of them only still not fully processing what that means. Eventually, you all make it back to the grove, Little Oak's Grove.
I'm going to cast, as we're walking, and I see Bodhi kind of doing the big wobble. I'm just very quietly cast Mage Hand and take it up and use 2 of its fingers to keep his eyelids open.
Clockwork Orange him.
More like
Blink.
Mr. Bean with the matchsticks driving his car.
As you all emerge into this grove, the children start to spread out like it's a playground and start to investigate the area. Some of them running right up to Little Oak, who, as soon as this crowd bursts into the grove, Little Oak lets out this gravelly, rumbling chuckle. Well done and welcome, and gives a low scraping bow, his moss beard nearly touching the grass.
Watch out for the net trap. Oh, too late.
As one of the kids gets caught in one of the net traps right on the outskirts of the grove, and one of the getaway gang Zenor goes to quickly get the kid down, who's just laughing about it. And Little Oak finishes saying, "Welcome to your new home. Feel safe here." Stands back up as a number of the children run up to him. Wow. The fairies come out from the mushroom circle, fairy garden, fairy circle, and start to flit amongst the children, some of who run off, chasing after them, squealing and laughing in joy. What do you all do?
Plop. That's nice.
Otto's gonna find a corner, just looking at all the kids, like high-fiving them. He's like, yeah, good job, everybody. And sit in that corner and call for Star.
Hold on one second, let me pull this up. Bobby, the dwarven member of the getaway gang, when you start calling for Star, scratches his little bit of stubble. I'll go get her. She's still up in the treehouse. Give me a second. Runs off and climbs up and comes down about a minute later with Star under his arm, who jumps out from under his arm with still like 10 feet left to climb down. Sort of jumps down onto the ground and starts running around with children down here as they start chasing the little displacer kitten.
Does anybody have a sewing kit? Stop braying at me.
He does it really obnoxiously in her face just because of that.
Your breath is atrocious.
Xenor, when you ask that, Wraught walks over to you, and she's a pretty big orc teenager, but she goes into one of her vest pockets and pulls out this really small little travel sewing kit, essentially, and just wordlessly hands it to you.
Thank you. That's the best thing to have on hands for situations like this. And I'm going to reach behind me and pull one of my wings over my shoulder. And it now looks like the Da Vinci flying machine, where it's got wooden tines and cloth in between all of them with a couple of gears and pulley strings. But there's big rends in the cloth. I'm at 10 hit points. I'm going to very slowly
That's so
start
cool.
trying to tie the cloth in my wings back together with the sewing kit.
Take a luck point. And as you start doing that, Xenor, who had given you this bashful smile when you complimented her for having the sewing kit, says, "Did you want me to sew that for you?" And she holds her fingers, and she has, again, she's an orc, she has pretty big hands, but she, when you ask, goes to grab the needle and thread from you, and she holds it very delicately and sits down behind you and begins to hum
I guess
to
it wouldn't
herself
matter
quietly.
if you weren't good at it. I can't feel anything.
"Don't worry, I will make good stitches." And goes in and just starts getting to work at repairing the fabric of your wing. What's anyone else doing?
I was going to go over the ladder, but as soon as I got there, it's like, wait a minute, I can't climb this. So I'm just going to kind of be hanging out down below.
Yeah, you walk over to the ladder and go to reach towards one of the pieces to climb, and your hand just passes straight through.
I know. I'm going to see if I can maybe touch my face, or if it just goes through.
You can touch your own face.
I'm just going to be entertaining myself. It's like, what can I maybe even touch?
Just gonna play.
Anything I see, it's going to be like, what?
You play a few rounds of the "Can I Touch That" game.
Yes.
Anyone else?
Yeah, then. Bodhi is sitting in the middle of wherever everyone is gathering with his hands in his ears and just kind of sitting there. Just barely there.
Got it.
Kai's gonna wander over next to Wraught and sit down next to her as she's getting her wings sewn up. Look her up and down. So, how's the dragon breath gonna work now? Or are you gonna set yourself on fire?
You know what? Give me a second. We'll try it out. What? And I see the ears and the bad breath. Anything else? Can you pick up things, or are things going through your hands too?
I'm pretty sure I just got my irritation level increased. So this is everybody else's problem.
Nice sword. Is that part of the curse?
Kai's gonna look down at his sword that is still kind of like crystalline and shiny and let out a yelp that is more of like a really loud donkey bray and throw it. What the fuck? It wasn't like that earlier.
Okay,
Oh
sorry.
shit, I threw that. He's gonna go chasing after where it's now embedded in the dirt.
Okay.
Pulls it out, looks at it. It's weirdly like light crackle, and does it look a little bit more like a unicorn horn perhaps? Or
Do you want it to?
what does it look like? Maybe just vaguely, like it almost has some twisty looks about it.
You tell me what it looks like.
Yeah, I think the blade is not, it's because a rapier, it doesn't need to have like sharp sides to it, and it's more of a point. The blade itself now kind of has almost a spiral look about it.
Very cool.
It's meant for stabbing. Hey, has anybody seen Lamorna?
I haven't seen her since she led a bunch of guards off on a wild unicorn chase. I wouldn't worry about her, though.
Cool, because we found her husband.
What?
Oh yeah, he's sitting right over there.
Yeah. The hag turned him into a rocking horse. I don't know if anybody can like break curses or spell magic or some shit like that, but like
I
he's
saw
a
a play
rocking
about
horse.
it, baby.
Otto?
Upon hearing that, Otto will look over at the rocking horse and walk over there and kind of inspect the horse. And what does it look like again?
It is a faded rocking horse. There is a indentation, a depression in the center of its head where it clearly looks like a horn would go. And as you walk over to it and closer to it, its painted pupil flicks towards you. After you move your finger back and forth a few times, the eye starts to follow it after figuring out what you wanted.
Oh shit, you're alive.
Do you think me a liar or something? My God, my dude.
Well, no. No, I don't think you're a liar, for instance. But,
I heard that, and you can see his giant ears kind of like flapping around. Yeah, you ain't getting
That's
away
fine.
with that shit.
well, that's fine. Anyway, no, it was. I didn't expect that he would be alive. You know, most of everything else that was in that place was robotic or a monster.
I can let her know right now if you want me to.
Yeah, me as well.
Yeah. And as Otto kind of reaches like where the indention is, Otto's horns transform into a unicorn horn. He pops it off again, puts it where the indention is, and casts mending to fix it, to fill it in.
So, here's what I'll say. To do what you're wanting to do, to break off your own horn and permanently leave it elsewhere, would be a permanent breaking of your horn. Are you okay with that?
Wait. You have my other horns that I ripped off.
Yeah, but this one you're giving to
Those
the
are deer
unicorn.
antlers.
Oh, yeah.
Because he got them turned into knives.
Or at minimum, it would take them a while to regrow.
That's fine.
Antlers
I'll
and
let it grow
horns
back.
are, even the ones that do regrow, take at least a little while.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Take some time to grow back.
So as you break off your own horn, again, this isn't an easy thing. Like, it hurts a lot, and it's rather revolting to witness as there's a sick crack. But
I throw up wood chips.
as you mend it, you pull your hands away from the indentation afterwards, and you can see
Fey magic's weird. It's got a mend to it. That's what's happening.
It's one of the Cag's cats who's using me as a scratching
yeah,
board.
just scratching on Little Oak or on one of you. As you pull your hands away from the depression where you put the horn and you cast mending, the horn is now permanently affixed. It also is a facsimile of a unicorn horn, but visually, this is now a rocking unicorn. And the painted pupil like flicks toward, has been watching the best it can. But unfortunately, that's the most it can show you, right? It can communicate with you right now, it seems. Wraught?
I'll use my last 3rd level spell to cast Sending to Lamorna. I'll go, Lamorna, stop braying. That ends up in the message. We've reconvened at Little Oak with all of the children, safe, sound, and a lot of pigs. And apparently your husband, who's very cursed, if you'd like to join us.
You send that message, and you can tell that it reaches its recipient. There is no immediate response.
You can reply to this message.
Totally necessary.
Hold on one second. Oh. Change one thing. You, even after the addendum of you can reply to this message, you don't get a response. Instead, you see at the northwestern side of this grove, Lamorna step from the tree line, this subtle carpet of mist traveling with every hoof fall. And the grove, hold on, let me find this really quick. As Lamorna steps in and the carpet of mist spreads across the grove here, Little Oak turns. And when he bowed to the children when they came in here, it was a play bow. It was a stage bow. Performative. He bows now, and you can tell the difference. Lamorna, long has it been since you have graced my grove. The children here at Little Oak's turning and addressing all kind of fall quiet, looking at Lamorna. Except the cats. They don't stop for anything.
Cats have no god.
Lamorna doesn't respond. She instead simply keeps slowly walking towards where you all are, around the rocking unicorn. The mist reaches you a little bit before she does. This. And she hesitantly approaches and sniffs at the rocking unicorn. This is him?
You said he was when I was doing the yes or no thing.
Belladon? My love, is that you? And the pupil goes kind of crazy. Oh, my love, what has she done to you? I'm so sorry. I still have a little bit of power left. And she begins to nuzzle the rocking unicorn, wrapping her long neck a little bit around the wooden head and draping her head on it, her long silver mane laying across it. And there is this glow that surrounds them. And you can just hear Lamorna say a few times very quietly, "Please, please, please." The light grows bright, so bright that it almost consumes those of you who are closest within the first 10 feet, but as it suddenly is extinguished,
There's a really obnoxious hee-haw.
There are 2 unicorns standing in front of you. This new one is a charcoal gray color with a darker silver mane than Lamorna's and stands a little bit taller than she does. He has a horn on his head, but it almost looks like it's made out of wood in comparison to Lamorna's brilliant, otherworldly horn. It's dull in comparison. It is literally mundane in comparison. But as the light fades and you see these two, the larger new unicorn moves his legs hesitantly, and after lifting his hooves a few times, can't help but burst out into a quick gallop, just around in a circle, head rearing back, mane flying. And then he quickly stops, as Lamorna has been watching this whole time, and just laughing under her breath. But he stops and walks over to Lamorna. "Oh, my love, I am sorry I left you alone for so long." They intertwine their necks and speak to each other of the words of love that they have not been able to tell each other for so long. And eventually, as they break their embrace, Lamorna steps towards you all. "I don't know how I can express my gratitude for you, for what you have done for me, for him."
Can you break other curses?
She looks at Eladon for a second, and Eladon responds, "My power is gone. There's nothing more I can do."
We'll live.
I can't try. If this was... She squints her unicorn eyes at those of you who are obviously under curses.
Bodhi laying face down on the ground.
Yeah.
I've got no strings.
The planking turtle and the 2 marionettes and the donkey person being the most visually noticeable. This was Scabitha's work.
What tipped you off?
Well, and she squints. She has a particular style about her spells. Just entirely ignoring your sarcasm. And, well, I can try.
I'm gonna try with the turtle that keeps passing out.
Walks over to you and just nudges you with her muzzle a few times. All right, I have to make a roll for her.
Otto, did you even get cursed? You look fine minus all the blood holes.
I mean, yeah, I
Don't
do
call
look
them
pretty fine.
blood holes.
They're
He's the
wounds.
Witchlight monarch. Maybe it bounced off him.
Okay. I just rolled a nat 1 for Lamorna.
She makes it worse.
Lamorna nudges at you, Bodhi, and there is a similar light to that which you saw moments ago, but it's struggling. And it's almost like the light itself is meeting resistance. But Lamorna and nudges you one more time at a powerful burst of light.
No.
And Bodhi, your levels of exhaustion are gone. Or rather, will be gone when you sleep next.
Yeah. Really?
That
And
one would be bad.
Lamorna stumbles backwards and begins shaking her head.
Bodhi, upon feeling woken up and then seeing this, is going to immediately, with every ounce of energy it has left in his body, scramble over her to her. Are you okay?
It's gone.
What's going? I was passed out.
And she looks at you and she just nudges or rubs up against you with her long unicorn face a few times, and then she settles and she just says quietly to you, pretty much only loud enough for you to hear, "My magic."
Bodhi is going to melt his body over hers
Hey.
in an embrace. We'll find you. It's okay. No. And he pulls back and he looks her directly in her eyes with his nose resting just above her nose so he can get right at her eyes. We'll find you.
Bodhi. Bodhi.
What?
It's all right. I knew it was a possibility. My magic has already been so weak these last years. And it was a price worth paying, Bodhi. There was no magic when Eladon wasn't here.
But no, what happens? What happens to you?
We get to live.
Oh, that's good. I didn't know if like unicorns would like give a
No.
magic, and then when they say no, you can't have it no more, you just see that he is sweating.
It's just
Okay.
It's just gonna be a little bit more dangerous for us now, but that's all right. Thank you. Thank you. And she raises her voice again and steps to look at all of you. You truly are wonderful people. Heroes. Thank you.
You've got friends. Lots of them. Just a few are here. And he gestures to everybody.
And she looks back at Eladon, who gives a nod, and she just says, I have everything. And don't worry, after you all are gone, we'll make sure to check in on these children every now and then and make sure everything's all right. Make sure they're settling in, whatever they're doing. Now,
I wish I'd had a unicorn checking on us. Lucky kids.
Otto.
And well, there is another thing as well. kids, if you're looking for a home, not only with Little Oak, but in Vale Crossing, I spoke with the mayor to be able to find you guys homes. That way you can have a family and grow up and do other things. You can still come and visit Little Oak if you want, but that's also an option as well. And maybe that your parents are looking for you as well.
A child you don't recognize. It was one that will help free. A young bugbear girl. She says, well, how do we know which to do? To stay here or go to the other place?
Sleep on it.
You're not just going to tell us?
No, you have a choice. Everyone has a choice.
A few of the children look at each other genuinely perplexed by that concept. How do we know?
It's called free will, kid. And if you remember having parents, I guess.
The one who asked Melon to get Oink, Philomena, the young halfling girl, who has been carrying Oink around ever since getting here, and he's, even for a tiny pig, is big on her. She's a halfling child, so this piglet is still sizable. So she's carrying around almost like a big keg. I want to stay here with Oink. A few of the other children start to chime in, some voicing similar opinions, some asking questions about what Vale Crossing is. And
I'll tell you what, if you don't like one or the other, you can try the other one the next day.
a number of the kids that get very excited about the prospect of getting to try new things and figure out where they want to live. And there's this moment of just absolute giddy excitement and nervousness of the kids, and the two unicorns start to Irish goodbye and start to basically dip while this whole discussion is happening that no longer involves them. If anyone were watching them depart, you would see Lamorna give one final long look back at all of you and give a bow of her head before exiting the grove, the mist following and dissipating about a minute later.
Otto?
Yeah, bud?
What's up with your fucking head?
I wanted him to look good for his wife, and he saw her again. I wanted him to feel whole.
Honestly, I may just be really tired, but that's the most romantic thing I've ever fucking heard. You're a good guy. You're a good guy, Otto.
Well, thank you, Bodhi.
Is he gonna grow back? And he's gonna do this over it. He's gonna just wave his hand over the top of it like, is it gonna grow back?
When Bodhi does it the third time, it the stump dissipates into the ether. Well, if it does, it does. If not, it's fine.
If not, we can just get it a tiny little hat like Gromp.
Oh, I think I've actually got a tiny hat in here. I don't know why I have it, but I'm pretty sure I do. Hold on. Probably put it on something start to digging around.
Gromp, I don't want that hat.
You sure?
Yeah,
Nope.
I know I've got it.
I think he should get his own, man.
I don't want that. Thank you, buddy.
All right.
Thank you. All right. I don't want that hat.
Also, luck point for Otto for the horn, that whole thing. Wraught.
Once, things settle down a little bit, I'm going to gesture Will over to where I'm sitting, kind of clacking my toes together.
He clocks it and waits until he gets, or lets himself quickly get caught in the game of tag that he was playing with some of the new kids, getting them, wearing them out with all of this nervous energy. And after he gets caught, jogs over to you. Yeah. Hello, Goblin Girl Wylde. Fast. Whew.
Yeah, kids are a nightmare. It's why I left all of mine with my their mother. Listen, I know you guys are set on staying out here in the woods being rebel children, but you really should know it's getting very, not just the hag and the goblins and everything, but portals are opening.
What do you mean?
The realm is destabilizing.
What does that mean?
It means that if you see a rip in reality, don't go near it, don't go in it, and run to town and tell somebody, because it's going to be a nightmare and horrible things might come through. We've dealt with a couple of them, and it's always horrible.
So... portal... So we're safe?
No, you are definitely not safe. Not even a little.
No, where? Like, would we be safer here or in town?
I would say in town, because there are people with weapons who can fight. Let me put it this way. One of them had demon children and a terrible city with a playground who wanted to rip ours out. One of them had a purple worm. One of them went to the nightmare court. One of them was floating islands in time.
Well, if it's all that bad, then it probably wouldn't make a huge difference if we were in the town than here. At least here we have Little Oak.
At least in town there might be people who can help you with dealing with the portal once we're gone.
I think he's right, Wraught. The sound of my own voice makes my head hurt.
Bodhi, can't Little Oak go set up in town? There's a beautiful town square. I'm sure they'd all love him.
He can't. He's stuck there, man. He can't just pick up and go. That's not the way his body works.
Trees walk here all the time.
Otto?
Well, when we go back into town tomorrow, would you mind coming with us? At least this way we can make a liaison between you and the mayor of Vale Crossing. So if anything were to happen, they know about you and can help.
I would love the three people who... So it's kind of double advantage. The three people who predominantly participated in that exchange there, Bodhi, Wraught, and Otto. Please make me persuasion checks.
Just one roll each?
One roll each, yes please. Not advantage each.
8!
Bless you, Bodhi.
Yeah!
23.
Whew.
24.
Very nice. So, even with one lower, canceled out, one net success. Do you really think that they would let Little Oak come? If he wanted to.
They have a nice they have a troll at the bridge outside of town to keep keep an eye on travelers. Why wouldn't they let a tree park up in the middle of town?
Deal.
Then you can have the house and the tree house all in one block.
I'll come with. Check out the town. And if anyone who wants to go can, we would never keep someone here, of course, if they didn't want to, if they want to go. But if they would let Little Oak come.
Probably I'm coming in now at this point. It's like, I might be able to help move him.
Now, I was under the impression that Little Oak could walk because you kept referring to him as Treebeard.
Well, first of all, kept referring once.
Several times.
I have it recorded once. Multiple times, my ass.
We just like to review.
Guess what?
But
if we play it back, it's multiple times.
That's true. I've listened to it multiple times. But yes, he is a tree and he can walk.
He can't. Yeah, but Bodhi is they can't walk, man. They got roots. He's sleepy. He can't remember anything.
Bodhi, you're supposed to be like the expert here. We brought you here because you were the expert.
Did
and
you
even
say
I've seen... No, never mind. Bodhi, take a nap.
And he sucks himself into his shell, and his shell kind of just.
But before he does, though, hang on. Kai's, as the other primary person who's exhausted, is like, all right, come on, old man, we're gonna go and take a nap, and like draw Bodhi away from the rest of the crowd over to like Little Oak's roots, where he can then shove into his shell, and then Kai's gonna climb onto the back of his shell, around through all the plants, and curl up and go to sleep.
That sounds really nice. And also, thank you for showing me and reminding me that he could walk. I feel like today has been a hell of a decade.
And it's only Tuesday.
Fuck. Shink.
So, anyone else doing anything?
I'm going to go back to the touching game.
Okay.
I would still like to go find Star.
Yeah. Well, Star's down here, no problem. Yeah, just been running around. So you go up and to where Star is, and as Star is running around at this point, actually chasing one of the fairies and jumping up, batting at it.
Star. You want to go home?
Stops
see your ma again?
And looks up at you and like cocks its head. Make me a either nature or arcana check.
Love my new dice, man. 20, 21, 22, 23. Rolled a 19.
You get the impression, or actually, 23, not the impression. You did arcana or nature?
Nature!
Nature.
I know this little boy.
Displacer beasts can't talk. Dirla definitely did, though. You get the impression that was some external magic that allowed that. So as of right now, you are talking to a cat, essentially. So she looks up at you and gives you, just stares at you with these piercing greenish, almost to yellow eyes, looking at you, her two tentacles up and still chasing, just passively, the fairies that are hovering around.
What was her mom's name again?
Dirla.
Dirla. Mom. Carnival.
Stands up at the use of her mother's name.
Do you want to go back and see Dirla?
Oh, his name. Excuse me. And walks around and rubs up against your leg, which, even though Star is a kitten, he's still a displacer beast. So still easily, like, and you're not that tall, like mid-thigh, rubbing against you as you ask if he wants to go home.
All right, well, we made a deal with the fairies, and I'm looking up at them. If we helped out and got the kids back, you get to go home and see your mom. You get to go see Dearla again. But I need you to do something for me. And he's going to take the letter out and some string and tie it on to Star. And with the ball that he's had from the carnival that has the sketched in wild things are safe. And sketch on the back of it, Otto's insignia that they would know, and give it to him to play. All right. Deal's a deal.
Yeah. And one of the fairies zips down and starts kind of leading the displacer kitten by making Star chase her. Come on. Yeah, come on, Star. Just zipping back and forth, and leads Star into the middle of the fairy circle. Sloane, the wood elf member,
with the ginger hair,
comes around the side of Little Oak as Star is running towards the fairy circle, and wait! And comes running over to Star, scoops him up, and gives him a big cuddle and hug, scratch, and holds Star up. You're going to be good now. Oh, I'm going to miss you. And just gives like a little tummy tickle and turns Star over, plays a little bit, and sets Star down. The fairy was oddly respectful during that little moment and just waited, but as soon as Star was set down and Sloane steps back, wiping a tear from her cheek, starts leading Star once again into the center of the fairy circle. And as Star steps in, the fairies begin to spin around the fairy circle, and this pale blue, bright, luminous circle begins to form from one mushroom to the next. And as they do, as they finish connecting, there is this sudden gust of wind as whoosh, it expands and suddenly contracts, and Star is gone. Sloane wipes another tear. It's good that he's getting to go back, though.
And also we brought you like 12 cats to cuddle.
Cats. Like, almost gives a little repulsed shudder of her shoulders, and then gives you a wink, and then walks off. And you can see as one of the cats actually does come trotting nearby, and Sloane can't help but look down and...
Yeah. But his mom's gonna be real happy.
Oh.
Make right on my promises.
Almost worth all of us except you getting cursed.
Well, he's lucky to have a mother that's waiting for him. Now, what am I going to do with all these cat toys? Oh, never mind. As another cat comes skittering in front of her feet. Matter of fact, might need to make more. Are you all sticking around here for tonight? Are you going into town? Because it is only, 2 or so it's up to y'all. Got enough time.
Maybe at least a short rest.
Okay. You all tell me, whatever your plan for the rest of the day is.
That's so weird that we did that all in one morning. Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
I
for a
would
point of
recommend-
reference, I'm pretty sure the incident with the Nightmare Court was day before yesterday.
I'm pretty sure it'd be a good idea to do the long rest here, so that way if any of the kids change their minds and want to come into town with us or something right away, then we can take them with us along with Will.
No, it was yesterday because we had one long rest between then and now. It was yesterday.
I thought it was. I was doing day before to be give it a little wiggle room, but I thought it was yesterday. It's pretty wild.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna plunk myself down at the roots of Little Oak. I'm lean back, try to close my eyes, and realize I don't have eyelids, and my eyeballs are painted on.
So.
Well.
Oh, yeah. Is there anything in particular that anyone is wanting to do before or for the rest of the day while you're here with Little Oak? Obviously, any conversation you all want to have can do that, but are there any specific things that people are wanting to accomplish over the rest of the day? Cool.
Sleeping off the 8 hit points I have left.
You get a short rest worth of hit points, and then we're going to town.
You all tell me. So, all I'm going to say is the day is yours. If you just tell me what you all want to do, long rest, short rest, whatever, you all tell me.
All those in long rest.
Yes, please.
Long rest.
All right.
You are all weak. You are all weak.
Also, I'll be right back.
Is there anything you all are wanting to do before or say before jumping to the next day?
Otto would have climbed up to the treehouse and kind of sat back in the corner where he had spoke with Little Oak and just seeing Star leave and giving what he gave Star, just to go up there and sit and continue to work on his little project.
And just for the benefit of the audience, what exactly do we see Otto working on? Or what would anyone else see who was there?
Otto was working on making new arrows.
Got it.
And he has it placed out there and is trying to design new arrowheads to use. And you just see a little Odie's Tinkerer set and the shafts and the scrap metal that he got, and you kind of just see him warping it, making it, and making new arrowheads.
Very cool. Wraught.
I think if we're taking a long rest, as the day kind of turns to evening, and then evening turns to night, and the fireflies come out, and everybody kind of finds their rest. Wraught is coming to the realization that she can no longer sleep. She can just hold still. And she's going to clunk her head back against the trunk of Little Oak and go, so, I guess, wood to wood. How do you feel about maybe going to town?
Well, I have never known anything other than these woods. I don't know if I have ever seen more people at once. than are here right now. Is it cowardly to say that I am afraid?
I wouldn't say so. I spent the first, maybe 30 years of my life in the mountains. And then I had to go to town. And it was much, much larger town than this one. And I was definitely afraid.
My purpose has been to protect these woods the best I could. And I failed. And then I was here when the getaway gang and Will needed me. If I had not been here, I could not have helped them, sheltered them. If I leave here, I can no longer help these woods, or those who reside within it.
But you might be able to help a different type of people. I think things change every day, and sometimes those changes catch up with us. And you protected the woods, and then you protected the kids. And maybe it's time for a change, and it's time to protect the town.
He seems to contemplate this for some time.
That would be protecting more.
It's a big job. You up to it?
If
Make me a persuasion check. Yeah, just straight.
Uh, 16 on the dice, plus 6 for 22.
maybe it is good to feel a little nervous.
Just pretend like you know what you're doing. That's what I did.
If they will have me, and there is no one here left for me to protect, then I will go.
There's a lovely spot right next to this really pretentious statue of Oberon in Town Square. I think you'd suit very well.
Oh, to see the Green Lord again. Now I must go.
Anyone else doing anything? What are the rest of you up to? Just heading to bed? All right. Then the remainder of the evening is filled with the process of getting children settled in for at least one night and a lot of discussion between the kids, both the getaway gang and the newly rescued children, about what to do, where to go. But as the discussion dies down, people get settled. The floor of the treehouse is just a huge and diverse slumber party right now, as we have the six of you. We have a total of let me hold on, I have it right here. 2, 3, 11 plus 4. 15 kids, 7 pigs. Actually, only 3 of them. The larger pigs have been left to sleep down under the tree.
Down with me.
And about 8 cats at this point. It is quite the slumber party in here tonight. Otto.
And for the first time in a very long time, it feels like home for Otto, with everybody being there and sleeping underneath like the same roof. So he kind of tears up just a little bit, but like, yeah.
Wraught propped herself in the corner, and anytime anyone moves, her eyes snap over to them, but she doesn't move otherwise.
And as you all go to bed, you get a long rest. Bodhi, your 3 points of exhaustion go away.
Yay! I'm in turtle again! Wait.
So, the next day arrives, and it is decided that for right now, will be the only one who goes along with you all. If everything is good and works out there, then those who want to also, or those who want to come to the town, be it a few or everyone, will be able to do so afterwards. So given that, anything y'all are wanting to do before heading back towards Vale Crossing?
I'm going to mentally connect with Zenor, the orc girl, and she hears in her mind, thanks for the sewing kit. I'll let you know how things go in town this way.
Welcome.
You're a good, sweet girl.
And
Can I do something as Gromp?
hit me with your idea.
For any of the kids who couldn't sleep, Gromp, because now he's a wooden doll, he can't sleep either, is teaching them how to be a marching band.
Fantastic.
Just like off to the side in like Little Oak's cavern, not cavern, the area of grass
School
and
of
stuff. Just
Rock.
like teaching them to be, yeah, it's fucking School of Rock. He is Jack Black now.
So, yeah, and on that topic, there was a moment at night when just everyone else had fallen asleep. There were all these snores, the sound of snoring from all of the numerous things that are sleeping in here. And at one point, Wraught, you being unable to sleep, just because you settled down below. Was that correct? Were you staying down or were you climbing? Okay.
I do not need to listen to people snore all night.
About an hour and a half after you start hearing the snoring, eventually you hear as Gromp walks down. This sucks.
Hey, Birch, bitch.
Is there a way we can turn this to our advantage? Like, not needing to sleep, in theory, sounds awesome, but when everyone else that you're waiting on needs to sleep, it means that you're just sitting around for, like, 8 hours.
I was thinking about maybe, like, wandering, like, wherever we are, maybe in the town, and putting myself in random corners like a haunted doll, and then when they freak out, running away really quick.
Can I admit, I actually love this idea?
Yeah, let's haunted doll it up. We're just gonna, like, start a new, like, horror story in town.
Great idea, great idea, great idea.
Also, watch this. And she's gonna reach up and she pops her whole arm off.
No, I figured that out
of
earlier.
the sockets. And she uses it to wave around.
And like as I figured that out earlier, you notice that he's missing his left hand and he's just holding it in his right.
If you put it down, can you make it spider crawl without being attached?
No, I tried.
Oh, fuck.
So, not really useful, but neat.
And pops it back in.
Well, they were asking me about my fire breath. I don't know if I'm going to incinerate myself or just breathe wood chips.
When you test that, could you let me know so that I can be there?
What, to laugh or
No,
with a bucket
it's
of
so
water?
I can not be there.
Oh,
You know,
No,
'cause
I'm
me
gonna
also
do
would
it.
too.
No, well, no, I'm gonna do it right in front of you, Gromp.
Figures.
And as you have this conversation, there's like a 10-second lull, and then Gromp just says,
So that was 2 minutes. Still another 7 hours. 58 minutes to go. Any ideas?
Do you think if we carve you a beard, we can attach it to your face, and then when we turn back to normal, it'll be a real beard?
he is very enthusiastic about this idea, and that is what he is going to spend the remainder of the evening doing. So we cut back.
Figured.
We cut back to now as you all are starting to leave the grove of Little Oak, and you see that Gromp has. I'm going to make a performance check for him. Leave your character with me. Hey, that was a good roll. Has given himself a very stylish little beard, kind of a little bit of chin strap goatee combination, but it looks very, because it's wood, it's chiseled very well. The lines very almost drawn how sharp they are. It's a sculpture. It's a puppet.
It's wood glued to his face.
Oh God, no, he rolled very well. It's not shoddily done. This is good work.
Hey, wood glue.
We used the pegs. I used my little wooden claws to make some holes, and then we tapped it in.
So,
Wood glue is the right answer.
as you all begin heading back towards, or begin to make your way back through the Shroudwood, Rune falls in line with you. And he had not been present this whole time. He had been waiting outside of the grove. And he falls in line as well.
Too many cats for you.
Temptation was easier to simply remove myself from the situation.
I admire your restraint.
And you say that, but make me a perception check.
Seven.
Never mind. You. Never mind. And he just gives a little chuckle as he.
There should have been 9 cats. There should have been 9.
Hey, Rune. Thank you.
Repaying my debt.
And hopefully keeping the woods a bit safer with her gone for a little while, apparently.
Maybe.
Have you thought about moving the pack to town?
No.
And he snarls his response.
I mean, all the beef bones you can eat, and also not portals to hell.
And he looks at you, Kieren.
I would not know about saying it is safer now. Simply a lull between threats, I think. The goblins are greedy, and I have no doubt that Scabatha's absence will not be a void left for long. But that is not my problem.
No, it's not. And at this point, any respite you can get will only make you stronger, so. Greedy goblins aside, hope the woods at least being quieter will help you, help Bodhi, help the rest of your pack get some much deserved rest.
Thank you all for saving Odie and for fighting.
Looks at you, Bodhi, and you, Melon.
And you too.
Gives a snarling smile.
It was an honor to fight next to you.
Man, Dido.
Master,
What's he saying?
Master, be careful. This could be him trying to lure you into some sort of complacence for a trap. He's going to hamstring you, Master.
And Bodhi just puts his hand over, like, he just reaches back and puts his hand over the end of the hilt of his sword.
Hey, Bodhi, What's he saying? I don't understand, dog.
Yeah, he just, he's a little overzealous. I thank you so much for honoring us with your presence, and also for letting us get a good night's sleep. Man, I feel really good.
He gives a little yip, apparently. Since Freya did. Sure, we'll add it into the narrative. She's part of the game too, damn it. And Rune gives you all a dip of his head.
I return to my pack.
And just an out of character thing. During the walk between when we started and now, could we have asked about an adventuring party that only one dwarf came back from, and if he or his pack had seen any of them?
Great question.
I just remembered that we have other side quests.
We're also in the cart going back too, by the way.
Oh, yes, using the cart. Would he have seen it?
Or heard about it from his pack, I guess.
I'm going to make a check for him. That's a really high roll. What do you ask?
Hee-haw.
Hee-haw. Really, if he had seen any, heard any, and if he had, maybe where they came from. I guess the goblins fucked him up too, so we want to help them out as well.
I had heard of goblins seen with dragging a man elf.
That's not good.
Any idea where?
No. But I know the goblins live in the south. Far from us, and we will stay that way.
Fine by me. Any idea what that area is called?
Fucking south, man.
Yeah, he legit says
South.
Good enough for me.
Just be happy he understands cardinal directions.
Yeah, I mean, south is that way. It's not.
So close. So close.
Bodhi is pointing towards the sun.
literally the sun.
Wow, it's probably going to be pretty hot there, so we should dress accordingly.
I mean, we did feel one earlier. It was kind of hot.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rune. We're gonna try to go fuck up some more goblin stays.
Oh, one correction, really quick. When he said man, elf, incorrect.
Man, human. Dragging off through woods.
So we understand that they have someone. We're not sure who, but yeah. I mean, I'm all for once we're not on a time limit of poisoning or crowning or curses.
Make me a really quick, Wraught. Make me a intelligence check just to remember something.
Thank God, something I'm good at. $18.
You do remember Elkhorn in the tavern when he was describing what people told him about when he was found. He said that he was found unconscious and that there was another person who was found unconscious as well. But as the people went to grab him and save him, goblins came and grabbed this individual. And according to the descriptions, Elkhorn said it sounded like Strongheart, a human man, the leader of their group, the Valor's Call. It's been about 10 to 14 episodes since that, so wanted to remind the player, but I know that Wraught with a 19 remembers that.
I actually read his mind and I could see his memories. He's got some crazy human. Who would follow a human as their leader? Honestly, the gall. Dragged off by goblins. I didn't care that much, so I didn't, feel the need to tell anybody.
Well, now we have an area.
Honestly, if you follow a human, you deserve to get kidnapped by goblins. Let's be real.
What the hell is a human doing here?
I would recommend you avoid going that way. There are many.
Many
Save
what?
yours, goblins, fool.
Okay, you just kind of trailed off. Sorry.
Save your hide. Thank you
just
again.
took down a hag. How bad can a camp full of goblins be? You're great.
He gives you one more parting nod and begins to bound forward ahead of your group every few seconds, just teleporting away until he's very quickly out of your sight. Well, he was interesting.
Something.
So, I haven't actually been to Vale Crossing. How?
Whatever?
No. Why would I?
Where were you taking those kids from? Just wandering in the woods?
No. From other places. You know how you all aren't from here originally, and then you came here? I'm not from here originally. I came here, and same with all of them.
Oh yeah, I've heard of other places.
Kind of assumed you were taking locals, but apparently not.
No.
We used to go to different places with the carnival all the time.
We didn't take from locals because then people would actually try to do something about it. If we took kids from other planes, other places, then there wouldn't be anyone to come after them.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
Maybe we don't tell the mayor that.
I know what I did, and I know that it's wrong, and that I will never be able to undo that. And the intonation of his voice implied that a butt was coming, and he just... Yeah.
What, Will?
Nothing. There isn't any making up for it.
But it doesn't mean that this village has to punish you for it when you're already doing that seemingly just fine yourself.
Yeah, the important part of healing is at first admitting that you have a problem that you need solving, man. And he puts his hand on your shoulder. I think it's really brave of you to own your demons, man. But nobody else has to know about them. Unless you tell them.
You should journal about it.
Yeah, fuck yeah. They can be taught.
And he gives you a big smile. I'm all right, I promise. Don't worry. I just know what I've done, but I'm so glad that we managed to get all of these kids out of there. And at least it seems like she won't be back there anytime soon, hopefully ever.
Hey, Will.
Hmm.
You got out of there too. It's not just them. You got out too.
It's important to count your successes along the way, man. It keeps you moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah. But so how? What I was originally asking: how far is it? How long are we? How is it? A couple days? Week?
No, it's like a couple hours. It's right over that hill.
Really? How many people?
A couple hundred, maybe 2,000 max.
That's a lot of people. All right.
Oh, baby, we got to bring this boy to Waterdeep.
The what? Wait.
It was
You go
overwhelming.
crazy. It's big. Big.
Well, there were big cities where I originally was from.
Can you think about 100 people?
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
Now, can you think about 100?
It's getting a little difficult.
Can you think about 100 of that?
No. Oh, I don't want to think about 100 of that.
That's the city.
Oh, that's a lot of people.
You get used to it after a while.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, it's all right. I can
In that
handle new
case, this
things.
should be nothing.
Whew. And he kind of. Wait a minute. They don't. I saw that Granny Nightshade, at least, saw in there that she had made posters of me.
We're gonna talk to the mayor
Did
first.
they?
We'll deal with those. Yes.
Oh.
No, we're gonna talk to the mayor. He likes Otto. He really likes Otto. He's got some kind of weird direction for Otto.
Lots of people do, I've noticed. He's a dapper little
Not
guy.
me.
That's okay.
Minus the
I
big bloody
agree.
hole in his forehead.
I guess
No,
you see
Gromp,
they've got
Jesus.
wood
We're not
for 'em.
making more wood jokes.
It's not a joke if it's true.
So, you all push out from the Shroudwood and out into the Fields of Spring once again. And, like you said, you have a few hours of travel. And as eventually Vale Crossing begins to come into view, let's go ahead and take a quick break. And we will pick up for the final little segment of tonight's session here in just a few minutes. So, be back in about 5 minutes. We're just going to go get some drinks and go to the bathroom and all that. Be right back. See you soon. We are back. Vale's Crossing starts to come into view. It's roofs made out of numerous different materials, different shapes and designs, the result of people from all different backgrounds, including many different planes, all coming together and forming one community. And as it comes into view, Will has a sharp intake of breath. Oh, that's a lot. All right. Okay. Got this, Will.
Think happy thoughts. It'll make you fly.
And as you all begin to approach and walk into Vale
I use a
Crossing-
second level spell and I cast Calm Emotions on Will. You got this, bud.
Yeah. Look at this place. And what are y'all doing?
Well, I guess we should return the cart and then find the mayor. What do you guys think?
And go to the smith to turn over the shit for making the Leafy stone.
Has anybody actually read that yet?
They
Hey,
wrote
Jamie.
it, so I think they read it.
Anything but my own handwriting.
I did.
Because, like, what if we need more?
Wait, you mean like one a person?
I don't know.
We're gonna think happy thoughts.
How about the two people who are like the best talkers, a la Otto and Wraught, go talk to the mayor? Hey, Bodhi, you want to come with me to the blacksmith?
Yeah, hold on. Let me light this joint. Okay, I'm go.
And Melon, I can't tell you what to do. I never have been able to.
No, you can suggest.
My only suggestion is please don't eat people.
I stopped that a bit ago.
I just need to reaffirm it.
Oh, hey,
Can you
wait a
not set
minute.
anything on fire either? Because that got me into some shit last time.
I don't have a fire starter.
I'm just checking.
Melon, didn't you break a window when you jumped out of the inn?
Yeah, no, it was open.
Maybe you should go to the inn and apologize. Here's some money, and I'm going to pass him 10 gold. Why don't you go to the inn, apologize, take a bath because you're covered in blood and other things, and maybe get us all some food.
Okay.
We have a whole house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the inn lady liked Melon. She thought he was hot. Shit.
I did want to try something though before we go. I saw it in a play. It was a guy. He was a guy at like a bathhouse, and he'd summon dirt. But, Kai, put your thumb and finger together. Be gone. And I tried casting Dispel Curse.
Evil be gone.
All right. Casting remove
Or
curse.
sorry.
Could you please make me a spellcasting check? So this is just using your spellcasting modifier, D20.
$15.
15. Which was exactly the DC for Kieren's. So as
Oh shit! It worked.
your ears just regrow or just like shrink into themselves back to your normal goat ears.
As they shrink in, that respective eye goes like in the direction of the ear, so he's left like reverse cross-eyed for a second, and his like pupils have gone sideways like a normal goat, just like I have a craving for tin cans now. I feel like
It'll pass,
something
don't worry.
worked. No, that's good. That's good. I need to find some glue.
I just need to now know if I can find a man who can summon dirt, always listen to him.
So, and he takes a long.
Good job, Melon.
So what are you doing? And what are you doing? I think I got really excited about the prospect of getting free food. I just need to run by me a little bit.
I guess if Melon and Bodhi want to go talk to the inn and get some snacks, I can go talk to the smith.
I'm the smith, and he takes another long drag. Thank you. I can go to the smith. I mean, I'm not gonna get in the way of this killer. Sorry, I heard that you like you.
Kai, see if you can get my at least one of my coals back. He doesn't deserve two of them.
Okay, guys, just actually going to like run, and leave Bodhi behind, maybe to go get a snack. Anyways, he's gonna take the piece of paper that has the plan written down on it and just run to the smith.
Got it. Take off running, a few people having to jump out of your way a little bit.
Actually, Bodhi,
Okay.
do we want to go back to the house and see if we can make up food?
Oh, fuck yeah! Because last time we were doing pretty good, I think, when we were making breakfast, so I think it's
we were on progress for something.
we were good. I think we'd be really good. And Bodhi
Let's try that.
throws his arm around you, and you just see
I go to pat you on the back. What happens, Ethan? Does it just go all the way through?
It's not, it like meets not really resistance, but eventually you just can't move your hand through anymore. You get like 2 inches in, and your hand just bounces back.
Oh, that might be a problem. We'll figure this out.
You can just tell me what to do, man. I can be your hands. That not in a weird way. But and then so he tries to throw his arm over, and if it
Oh, you probably can.
okay, cool. And he throws his arm over. I think we make a great team. And you just see the two of them
Probably just hear this trailing
walking
off.
away. Yeah, walking away.
Oh, the trouble duo.
Heading back
I'm gonna
towards
look down
Thistlehold.
at Otto. I'm gonna look at Otto. I don't have to eat it. I'm made of wood.
I just need to go take the cart back, and then we go find the mayor. All right.
And then you get to eat whatever they made for you because you're a really good friend, aren't you? Big wooden toothy smile.
Sometimes. Not all the time. And walks off.
How weirdly
Cart.
honest. I'm gonna offer Will my elbow.
Was there some... Did I read some tension there just now? Was that just me?
No,
I don't have many people I interact with on a daily basis. Literally 4. Well, I mean, counting the fairies, 7, and then occasionally Lamorna. But it's a very small circle, so I don't have a lot of the recent experience. Was that awkward?
I used to be a monstrosity and ate his family.
Oh.
Damn.
Shall we?
He... Like, you start walking off a little bit, and he stays and watches Otto taking the cart back. And then he jogs to catch up to you. So, guess we have a little bit more in common than I thought then.
I never claimed to be a good person. I'm just good at getting jobs done.
And he looks over his shoulder back the direction that Otto was and looks at you. I know you're acting like it doesn't eat at you, but I know it does. Because
You've known me for 2 days.
you're right, but I know me. And I was a bit of a monster too. And I acted like it didn't bother me. Because I had to. But even when you really manage to convince yourself that it doesn't, it's still eating away at you the whole time, and eventually you're going to have to look at yourself and you will see how hollow it did make you. And you'll either have to admit that you hate that about yourself, or just keep lying. That's just my thought. My situation's a little different. All I did was kidnap some kids and take them away from their families. What do I know about being a monster?
And all I was a monster who ate someone's family. So what do I know about being a kid? And I'm already hollow. I'm going to tap my knuckles on my chest cavity and it makes a thump thump noise.
I get that one.
Let's go see the mayor. I can't talk about this without a drink in my hand.
Yeah. Now that I also get. And he then jogs to
How
catch
old
up
are
to you
you?
again. It's a weird question as you two start walking off. Otto, you quickly return the cart. No problem. Yep. And your collateral returned. Putting your crown back on. And do you just immediately run to catch up?
Yes. But kind of linger back behind just a little bit.
Okay, cool. Are you trying to be hidden, or are you just not catching
No,
up?
I'm just not catching up.
And then we are going to Actually, I would love one person from each group to roll for me to see which group we deal with first. So, Kieren, D20, please. Either Bodhi or Melon.
Buddy, why don't you do it?
All right. Bodhi, D20, please.
You said D20?
Yep, and either Wraught or Otto, D20, please.
What? Otto, why don't you do it?
Natural 20.
I also rolled a 20.
Oh,
What?
wow. Waste your 20s
How
on
did
this.
that happen? Wow, so cool.
I don't believe you.
Fuck you.
I rolled in.
If true, that is a 1 in 8,000 chance, and I fucking love y'all for that.
Fuck
We'll do it
you.
again. I'll
Okay,
get
no,
different
I am
dice.
going to tell 3 stories simultaneously.
We got a 3.
Well, because there were 3 separate groups.
I rolled again. I got 9. We'll just go back.
9?
From there.
All right. God, if that... oh, that's insane. That is unreal. All right.
Guys, buy my dice. They roll 20s.
Apparently. Jesus. Bodhi? Otto?
I had 20.
Right. Reroll. Because you all tied.
re-roll. Okay. Oh, got it.
18.
2.
2. All right. Then 18. We continue to follow Wraught and Will with Otto just behind. And the 3 of you were heading to find the mayor, yes? Which means, actually, for the most part, Bodhi and Melon are not that far ahead because you all are heading towards Blackberry Row. So, as the...
So we get to hear about all the people they blasted through complaining about them.
I mean, they definitely do get some looks, just a turtle and a Leonin walking along. But eventually all split, and the group of 3, including Will, heads to find Voro Tyric. And as you're walking here in Blackberry Row, you both of you make me perception checks.
Otto, how do we want to do this? I mean, I've met him, you've met him, he's what he is.
Tell him the truth. I told him beforehand what we went. I already told him why we were going to get the kids anyway, and that he knows that they were coming. So we're just going to tell him you succeeded.
I mean, do you want to take point on this one? You got your little droopy ears going on.
Yeah.
Or do you want me to talk to him? I don't care.
You're not good with people, like, at all.
Excuse me, I'm very good with people, just not you. Specifically, you.
Will is just, like, eyes flicking back and forth between the 2 of you.
You can't even bargain for a room, let alone talk to somebody about asking for directions.
I just saved 10 children.
Oh, nice. Take it off your tally.
I will, so
You
I've
got
got,
time to
what,
go.
9 more?
Yeah, whatever. I'll delete.
13 on the perception check.
All right. I was just making a roll for
10.
a roll for Will here, and I rolled a 1 for Lamorna. Got nat 20 for Will.
Why was Lamorna
No,
roll-
remember
oh,
when during
yes,
that.
sorry.
yeah.
I was like, she's here too?
Will watches this exchange, and as you start to, like, walk off first, Otto, he kind of really quickly runs and just gets right in front of you and says, "Hey, wait. Otto,
Yeah.
what am I? What do you
Will?
think of me? When you look at me, you know my story. You know me. At least a little. When you look at me, which part of me do you see? The part that just worked with you and my friends to save those kids? Or the part of me that brought some of them here in the first place? And I won't judge you for whichever answer you give, because I know which part of me I see. I'm just curious.
I see both. Sliding scale. You can't pretend that you didn't do the things that you did, but you can't say that you haven't done better. And right now, I'm helping the one who has decided to help those kids. But I know that you were that person at one point in time that brought those kids here. You're trying to do right. You're trying to make up for the things that you did wrong because you admit it and you want to make things right. You don't make jokes about it. You don't make little snide comments about it. But the thing is, that's who you are. That's the person who's wanting to do better. So I'm going to try and get you a home here because I keep my word, and that is who the person I am. Am I hurting? Yes, I fucking am. It's literally been a day since I found that out.
Oh, shit.
Okay? Yeah. A day.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm trying to process a fuck ton of grief that supposedly I thought was my fault. Okay? I've been working with the same person, same 3 people this entire time. So I'm really having a hard time processing this, but I'm doing the best I can right now. So please.
I'm going to step up from behind Will. How is it your fault?
It's my
How
fault
did you
because-
ever think it was your fault?
Because I told him to go that way, to cut time, to make it faster.
You know when it's your fault? When you hold the knife. Otto. That was never, ever your fault. And if you feel any guilt about that, you can get rid of it, because we don't need it as extra baggage where we're going. Let's find the mayor.
Will looks at you for a second, Otto. I'm sorry, I didn't know that was all that fresh. That's a lot. And he just really suddenly wraps you and gives you a hug. And just pushes away from you. Gives you a nod and... So, Mayor?
Tabitha, actually, Will. Not that we're going to do it. Never an option. But Scabatha asked us to turn you in for the Leafy Stone. We were never going to do it, though.
Well, wouldn't have really blamed you that much if you had. Glad you didn't, though.
Yeah. Like I said, I keep my word. Come on.
With your, with the earlier perception check, it only takes you about 10, 15 minutes of walking through Blackberry Road to run into Mayor Tyrick. Basically just walking, strolling, saying hello to people. Has a small little espresso cup in hand, saucer and all. Morning, good morning, good morning. Oh! As he sees the 3 of you. You all saying anything as you approach?
Hey, Mayor!
Isn't it afternoon?
I mean, it took you...
Yeah.
I mean, you left
Morning,
in the
afternoon.
morning.
It's
It
brunch.
takes,
No,
yeah.
it's
Oh.
I'm like specifically, I'm like 12:05. Isn't
Oh.
it afternoon?
Oh,
Brunch.
looks down. Oh,
Thank you for correcting me. Goodness, how embarrassing of me. Good afternoon,
He says to the next person who walks by.
Much better, yes. Knew it felt off.
Very dignified.
Oh, you were, last I knew, routed all fair?
Well, we saved the kids. Remember the agreement that I had?
And you can see that it takes him a second to remember it, and actually, yeah, eventually he does. But
Yes, of course.
and then you watch as he finally takes Will in and like looks over at a nearby notice board where there is a wanted poster for
I'd
Will
like to
of the
make
Feywild.
very strong eye contact, and I'm going to reach down and hold, like, lace Will's fingers with mine and hold our hands together.
How about I buy you all a coffee or tea and you tell me everything?
It's
we go out to street,
afternoon.
please?
It's afternoon. It's time for cocktails.
Your wish, my command. After you.
And the three of you step off the road into
I'll
just
lean down to Will. I'm about to find out if I can put liquid in this body.
a little cafe where there are umbrellas that look like different mushroom caps that are set up here and spinning ever so slowly, opposite direction of the wind. And as the four of you settle down at a table out here, a server coming over, getting orders and all of that, we cut over to Kieren. Kieren, you went running for the woodcutter's axe. And, one sec.
I assume I
Yeah.
would have made sure I had the snark horn too.
Oh, yes, I would certainly imagine so. One sec, let me put something on.
Otto would have handed everything over to you necessary for the thing.
Otto, you're doing peak, by the way.
There we go. All right. You walk into the woodcutter's axe, and Sam, the winter ladron, is at work when you enter in. Doesn't even seem to take notice of you at first.
He's gonna mosey up to the counter and lean against it. And just watch Sam work for a second.
His hair is white at the scalp and very quickly goes blue. Got a scruffy white beard, but he looks incredibly fair, not incredibly young, but incredibly fair, and looks, under middle age.
Unearthly beautiful.
Under middle age for an Eladrin, and eventually takes notice of you and stops as he was working on making what looks like a more decorative, or actually there are several newly minted, newly made weapons that are leaned nearby, and as he sees you, sets the piece he was working on aside and grabs a cloth, wipes sweat off.
Oh, don't mind me.
Was there something you needed other than the show?
Well, yes, but I think I'm about to make your day.
All right. This could go a couple ways. Why don't you tell me?
How'd you like to learn how to make a Leafy stone?
You found out how?
Yeah, damn right we did.
How?
Ah, see, that's the question right there. So, I've got on me a recipe and a snark horn. That should be the key ingredient for you right there. So, If you want to try your hand at a new skill, we'd be the happy recipients of the product.
Do you have the instructions?
He's gonna hold up the note between his fingers.
Goes to take it.
Guy lets him take it.
Unfurls it and changes the angle he's at so that he can read it and starts talking a little under his breath. Looks at the... Did you pull out the snark horn, or did you just say you have it?
I've got it on the counter next to me.
Well, that does make sense why they use unicorn horns, but yeah, I mean, a snark horn should work too. Okay. Whew. It's complicated, but I'm pretty sure I have everything here that I would need to try it. I've got a few more orders with swords to put out for the guard, but...
Well, we're in no hurry. But, learning new skills takes a hot second, so...
He he hasn't really looked away from the recipe, so to speak.
I could probably have it for you if I can do it, by tomorrow night. Can I ask you something, though?
Shoot, I'm standing here.
Why do you want to go to Yon? It's not... I'm from there. And don't get me wrong, I miss the snow, I miss the cold. But... it's not exactly the most pleasant place. So what takes you there?
Tell you what, I'll tell you why if you tell me what I should expect there. Because assume that you make the Leafy Stone. Know that I'm going to be going there. I'd rather not go in blind.
Well, it really depends on why you're going. If you don't go to Arctis Tor, then the worst thing you have to worry about is it is cold. Oh, doesn't get anywhere near that cold here, no matter what I try. No magic can really quite simulate the cutting winds of Yon. I love it. I don't know if you will, so if you're just going out there in the wilds, might want to bundle up. Or are you planning to go to Arctis Tor?
What's that? Assume I have no knowledge of this place, because regardless of the tale I've got right here, he's going to swish it around a couple times. I'm not from here. I keep getting kidnapped and getting dropped in, hither and weird beast realms, but never been to Yon.
Do you mind if I work while we talk? I got a lot of orders.
As long as the show is free, and he's going to, hop up on the counter to watch.
You watch as he just... I want you to make me a charisma check.
Are you walking out of here with 2 dates?
I just want to know how he responds to this.
Fuck it! 20 again! So 23. Look, Joe, you can look at it right here. Right here, it's my little green dice. It's the Kai dice.
I mean, I have rolled 3 in a row, man. I've never done
9.
4 in a row yet. I haven't hit that, 1 in...
I don't know. I've done 3 now.
I'm playing D&D Beyond for all those other ones. It wasn't even my fault.
Crazy.
Oh, shit. But he, as you say that, he, gives a shake of his head, but he also gives a smile, and, does angle his work in such a way that the lighting is very complimentary of his arms. Whether that is intentional or not, who's to say? But the show...
A real master craftsman at his work.
The show ain't bad, so to speak. But as he gets to work...
The Winter Court has its seat in Arctistor. And it's full of backstabbing nobles vying for power. I assume you know that that Queen Mab is in charge. And there are some people who... The Winter Court is nuanced. Yes, there's backstabbing, but it's derivative to simply say that it's all evil. Just that it operates with very different values.
Oh, so?
Well, like I said, stabbing someone in the back isn't necessarily seen as a fault. It's a necessary method sometimes, and depending on the way that you did it, maybe even will earn you respect. People
I
lie.
think I cursed your joke there, but, I feel like that's already come and gone. Question for you, though. In both the realms we've been to so far, it seems like a hag's kind of come into a fair amount of power. Is that the case for Jan?
I can't say. I came here before them. I do know there is a third member of their coven. I do know that she resides in Jan. How much power she has, I can't imagine Queen Mab deliberately relinquishing much of it. And if she tried to go up against the Queen, well, then maybe there are only 2 members of the coven.
Imagine the same could have been said for Oberon, so now I'm kind of nervous about Jan. Dang. But, alright. Anything else that's really important?
I see.
Also,
Well,
do you want to come with us? If you miss it?
I do miss it, but I can't. It's not safe for me to be there anymore, so that's why I'm here.
Fair.
As for something else to know... Well, actually, come to think of it, there's this, rare metal. You can only find it in Jan. Cold iron? It's particularly... Fae don't like it at all. So, if you happen to find any while you're there, I could probably make you some.
How are we supposed to get it back to you if we're already in Jan?
Good question. Well, once you have a Leafy Stone, you can't come back.
Oh, can we? It works multiple times?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Hell yeah!
No, not one-time use.
That's what I was afraid of.
Do not lose that, though, because that is your way to pass through the barrier. It's another reason
Can we
I
get
can't
it back
really
to
go back.
Heather?
I'm not really sure. I only know about it regarding this, the one into Jan.
We'll think about it. Alright. Cool. Alright, you answered my questions. We're mostly passing through. The intent is not to stay in Jan. Because we're trying to help somebody. And in the end, maybe help everybody.
Alright, well, I'll finish this up, and once I'm done with all this, see what I can do about this stone.
Sounds good. I'll keep you to that. And one more thing. Are you using those sprites that our Dragonborn gave you Because she was hoping to get one of them back. Turns out she was more attached to him than she thought.
Please take them.
And he goes, he stops working and goes behind and grabs the jar that they're in. You can tell it's been opened a few times. And
They, as soon as they got near the forge, these things went insane. And I had to let them out, or at least I thought that'd be a good thing. And when I did, it was only a few things burned. So, no, thank
little
you.
bastards were too much for you.
Just, more, yeah, maybe a little overzealous in their efforts. So here,
and he slides the jar across the counter to you. With the two little coal or ember, coal sprites, ding, 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 just bouncing against the glass.
I'm going to call them Lock and Shock because they left a smoking workshop. Nice.
And they start suddenly, as you lift the jar, they start ding, 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 against the jar, the direction of the forge.
See? If I didn't let them out, I had to listen to that the whole time. So I just had to hide them, and I felt kind of bad.
That's fair. I'll give them back to her. And thanks so much for the info, and I hope you have fun learning how to become the most skilled blacksmith in Thither.
And thank you for the fun challenge. All right, let's finish this up.
And begins to get back to work at the forge.
I have been chewing on lemon peel and pith this entire time, and it's getting me into the spirit of being a goat.
Just got some.
You find a can in the trash and start chewing on the label.
Got some cud. All right. So in that case, we switch back over to Bodhi and Melon. You two split off from Otto and Wraught and began heading back to Thistlehold, the building that's been allocated for you all, your temporary home. So as you arrive at Thistlehold, speak the passphrase to re-enter. Actually, does either of you remember the passphrase?
Nope.
Bodhi? Oh no, we lost Lauren.
Oh no! Technical difficulty.
I thought she was
Let's
looking.
just what if Bodhi remembers the passphrase?
Do any of you remember it?
It's been too long. Ethan, do we want to go to break real quick as we fix this technical difficulty?
We've already had a break.
No. Hey.
I'm just fade out.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
She will reset here in just a second. So yeah, we will take a very quick break while Lauren resets her camera. As soon as she is back on, we will be right back. It isn't a stream if there aren't technical difficulties. BRB. And we are back. And we left. Bodhi and Melon, you approach the front door of Thistlehold where there is the knocker there, which has the face of an elderly man. And the knocker ring comes from his ears down in front of him. And as you approach, she says,
"The mayor informed me that you wished to change your passcode for while you were here. What riddle would you wish me to ask?"
Oh, a riddle. I have a suggestion. Not the code yet. What time is it? It's dinner time.
The riddle you wish
No.
me
The
to ask.
suggestion? No. I'm speaking with Bodhi right now.
Oh,
Just workshopping
I beg your pardon.
I'm sorry.
No.
No. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm so sorry. No, we're just workshopping something right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. He didn't mean to. Anyway, so you want? I'm gonna lay it flat with you. I'm not really good at riddles, so I don't remember any.
Neither am I, but I always know it's dinner time.
So I guess that's helpful to us. You better go ahead and tell him. And
So I guess we work backwards from that. What's a riddle we can make around dinner time is the answer.
what did you say? What is eating time? Oh, dinner time. You'll get
No.
there. Maybe you get it wrong a couple times, but you'll get it eventually. Maybe that's bad security.
I don't know.
Oh no. I'm kind of starting to sweat a little bit.
Same. I'm not good at thinking.
Yeah, I just wanted to
This
cook.
hurts. Question, George.
I perhaps could suggest some possible
That would be
riddles.
awesome. That would be really great. And Bodhi just leans in a little too close to the door. Now go.
I was gonna try to put my hand on it. It's like it starts to sink in a little bit and probably back out.
I have never been touched that way before.
I'm sorry, that's new too.
You want me to go? Or?
I was gonna.
And as Bodhi, as you like turn and the knocker looks at your shell,
Oh, I have a perfect suggestion for you. Oh, I like this one. What kind of room can you never enter?
Outside. Wait, no, you can exit the house outside.
A mushroom.
Oh, sorry, it took me
wait
a
a
second. I
minute.
was writing it down in my brain palace place. It's really hard up there. Holy shit,
That is
that's
actually pretty
pretty
good.
magical. You think it's then he,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
he
Do
looks at
you
Melon
wish-
and he puts both hands on the shoulders and he shakes him. It's the better mushroom!
I get it. You eat them and you don't enter them.
Do you wish for this to be the new
Yep.
passcode for Thistle? Very well. What kind of room can you never enter?
Buddy, do we both want to say it at the same
Oh
time?
shit. Oh, but
Ready?
what is it? Oh yeah,
One,
yeah.
two, ready? One, mushroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the door swings open.
Yes.
Ooh, you know what? In honor of that new password, we should do mushrooms as our primary ingredient for
Oh,
whatever
I was
we're going
thinking
to
about
cook.
something. I was thinking about something that I had back in Waterdeep.
Well, fuck.
It was
What
like-
is that?
Tiny white grains, meats, some greens, and we can throw mushrooms in there.
I'm pretty sure you just named all the food groups at once.
No, there's
yeah.
not enough meat. You
Okay,
need more
well-
meat for the food groups.
Okay. We'll fucking get to cooking, man. And he
Yeah.
pretends to roll up his sleeves. I'm excited.
The two of you begin to head up to Thistlehold's kitchen and begin to prepare a lunch for the group. We cut back one more time to Otto and Will and Wraught and the mayor. Here at a cafe in Blackberry Row, drinks of whatever your poison, as the mayor gets another espresso. At this point, I will assume you have caught him up on the generalities.
He was framed. No, well.
Oh,
And that's what happened.
well. I would hope it would go without saying, Will, that I would never believe something that Scabatha woman was trying to sell. As soon as we saw the wanted posters, we knew if she didn't like you, we did. So, you are welcome here. And how, you said, another dozen or so children, perhaps?
Well, maybe. Depends on how many of them want to come. You know, some might want to stay in the woods. And the mayor gives a understanding nod. But there is one kind of other thing. And he looks at you two, Otto and Wraught. One other.
Mayor, we have a vision. A great design that I think would shoot your popularity through the ceiling. What ceiling there is, of course, of the cafe and through into the stratosphere.
The election is only around the corner, so I'm listening.
Well, by you helping out these wonderful children, maybe orphans, you get the vote, the popular vote, and tug at the heartstrings of some of your fellow constituents. Yeah.
But in addition, we've visited that lovely statue of Oberon you have in Town Square. And in fact, I have communed with Oberon himself.
And he looks a little skeptical when you say that.
Oberon.
It's true.
The Oberon.
I
Very
donated
well.
money to the well and heard his voice. If not his voice, then a voice of guidance.
And what did Oberon tell you?
That we could help.
He looks a little perplexed.
100% true.
I feel as though I've missed it. You said there was something else.
And he gestures towards Will, and Will looks to the two of you and starts like making this gesture with his hand, spreading his fingers apart and just mouthing, "Little oak, little oak."
There's a tree that lives deep inside the forest there that protected these young ones, Will and his crew, and the rest of the children that we helped.
Little
Now,
oak.
Yes, little oak.
Sorry.
An ent.
Mm-hmm. Now, what we
Tree
wanna
ant, legally distinct from the Tolkien universe. Don't sue us, Tolkien estate.
Tree ant.
Love
It
you.
would do that.
Well, what we would like to do is create a liaison.
Haven.
between them.
A haven. Of
A haven,
sorts.
yes.
Perhaps in Town Square, near the statue of Oberon, where it would show the statue and the tree together in harmony of nature.
I to understand that you wish this treant, little
Oak. Little oak.
to come here into town as well as the children?
Indeed. And we've informed Little Oak about the issue that the town has been having with the rifts in time and space. And he's interested in helping the town and acting as a protector.
Make me. Either one of you can roll with advantage, or both of you can roll. Persuasion.
Otto, what'd you get?
Oh, I was letting you roll both.
How flattering. That was better than my first one. That's a 17 plus 6 for a 23.
Whoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And he rests his hands on his gut, tapping his thumbs in thought.
Yes, extra protection, beautification of the town as well. A 2-for-1.
In fact, might be able to call it a botanical garden in the center of town. That brings in tourists.
Garden, but also a powerful ally in these dangerous times. Yes, this is a very well. How large a tree?
He comes with a built-in play park for the children of the town.
So they'd actually have their own. Well, the kids who.
A public park.
Yep.
Depending on the size of oak, little oak, if he is indeed little, we may.
He's oak-sized.
Yes.
Grand, mature trees.
I do think this is a wise idea. We would. Please. Will, would you do me the honor of conveying to Mr. Little Oak that it would be our pleasure to call him a citizen and resident of Vale Crossing? And, as we had agreed, as many of the children, yourself included, we have many families
and
here.
a lot of pigs and cats.
Well, I know someone who will be very happy to hear that.
You can't eat them.
No, Elise. And you remember Elise's exotic companions, the wagon right outside of town. I'm sure she will be happy to help find homes for every single one of them as well. So, sounds like everything worked out. Will.
Sounds like you should shake on it. I'm going to tilt my head at Will.
Oh, yeah. It wipes his hand on his shirt a few times and extends his gangly hand to the mayor, whose fat fingers just envelop it as they shake on it.
Is there anything that we might need to know to prepare for any of the little ones?
And as Will starts to talk, the mayor and he kind of see themselves off and start to make arrangements.
I slide Will my beer because I realize I can't drink it.
And the mayor and Will step and walk off and begin to discuss specifics.
Well, I think that went well.
Yeah, it did. At least they'll get them.
Do you think the boys have burned down the kitchen yet?
Probably not.
I think that's optimistic.
And
I
with
think one of them can cook at least. I think Brandon.
No. Melon brought us half of a raw chicken, and Bodhi was eating the other half on a fork. Let's go home.
You can go home. I have to go get something.
Suit yourself. Head off into the city.
heading to Thistlehold.
Vaguely.
Okay. And Otto, where are you heading? Or what are you doing?
Well, I have to go pick up packages that I ordered. It's been a day.
Oh, the custom arrows?
No, not the custom arrows.
Oh, the
I'm
clothes.
those. My clothes.
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta, like, remind me specifically.
I
Don't need to be ambiguous about it.
I'm not being ambiguous about it.
It's almost serious. I go pick up a package. Wink. You know, that one.
You had that look at your face. You're about to start talking. I'll just wait.
Oh, no. All right, yeah. So you head back to Faye Fabrics, I believe it was. And the brother and sister here, as you walk in, Ilana is the one who greets you, and is, you remember, she's the slightly stiffer one. And as soon as she sees you, she clocks you and just bends down, and beautifully wrapped in like glittering tissue paper, basically, this bundle of clothes, and slides it over. And as Sebastian walks out from behind, having heard the tinkling bell, shouldn't even need to try it on. I have a 100% guarantee that my measurements and sizing will be perfect.
Is this mine and Bodhi's?
Oh, you need his as well. Hold on.
Yep.
And goes to grab what Bodhi had ordered. Gets that for you as well. I might actually need to resize his... the shell, and it's the moss on the back is sometimes a little difficult to account for, so if there are any issues, please do not, and he gets very serious about this, do not hesitate to come back. I won't have you walking around town with one of my creations that doesn't fit right. So if it doesn't fit right, come back. Not wearing it. Bring it back, and I'll fix it for you.
All right, no problem.
Thank you.
As you see, like, there's all the outfit that he currently has is like torn where the teeth marks have been, and just battle damage. The cloak is fine. Cloak is 100% great. But just the outfit. Thanks.
Did you need that sewn up?
No, I'm never going to wear this again. My last clothes got stolen, and I've been wearing this other.
That's probably
here,
a good idea never to wear it. It's
Yep.
Probably shouldn't have worn it in the first place. Yeah.
I've been naked.
Well, you'll look wonderful now. Have a great day.
Thanks.
And with Otto, new clothing for two of you in tow, the two of you already in Thistlehold, Kieren heading that way from the blacksmith shop, and Wraught heading that way, with everyone converging on Thistlehold. That is where we will close for tonight and pick up next time, which, speaking of, I believe will be the 1st, because we're going to be off next weekend, but we will be back 1st of March. Thank you all so much for being here for the stream, and thank you, friends, for telling this wonderful story. It is an honor and a pleasure every single time. So, does anyone have any end of stream announcements? Want to shout out where people can find you? Yeah, Mav.
Hey guys, happy Black History Month. It's your friendly neighborhood black guy here. I'm playing a lot of cool games. I'm actually going to be starting a new game on Wednesday, because I totally forgot it was coming out. Is Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. It is a game that is a choose your own adventure game, which predominantly all female cast and multiracial, and it's great. It's a great time.
Representation is good.
Yeah, and you can find me here on Twitch at digitalclubhousetv, playing all the games. Tomorrow I'll be playing more Fortnite, and yeah, that's about it, man. I'm having a great time here. I always have a blast.
Glad to hear
It's
that.
one of my highlights of my week, man. Okay, I'm done. Bye, everybody.
Anyone else got any end of stream announcements? Yeah, Joe.
I'll be posting some new dice this week as soon as I can get around to taking some pictures of them. I'm going to have 6 brand new sets, including one to support trans mental health hotlines as, part of a donation spree. So you can check those out. Obviously, they will be pink, white, and blue, so you can't miss them. So those will be up this week as soon as I have the fortitude and time to get pictures of them. They're sitting on my coffee table right now, and they're gorgeous.
Yes, please support those causes that support our trans brothers and sisters and friends and family all over the place. Fuck it. Anyone else? Any announcements? Yeah, Lauren.
I just got done with the Steam sale today, so I will be streaming yet more Sherlock on Mondays. So join me here.
Right here.
Yeah, just right here. For shenaniganry. Also, we'll be at Emerald City Comic-Con at the beginning of March. Super excited to be there with Humanoid, our friends there, Identico, and even Mithril and friends. That's so nice. Okay, that's all. Okay, bye.
Hopefully the pipe doesn't burst like it just did at Katsu.
Ooh, brutal.
Oh no.
That sucks.
Right in the middle of Artist Alley.
Oh no, that sucks.
Gray
What?
kitchen water.
Oh, I mean, at least it was kitchen.
That doesn't make it much better.
It's a little better.
Cool water.
Yeah. Any other final announcements, Morgan, Sarah? If not, in about 5 days on the 19th, we are going to be doing here on the stream an Our Brilliant Ruin one-shot with two of the individuals responsible for creating this game, including the head writer, Rachel J. Wilkinson. So you should absolutely come check that out. It's a very cool system and a very cool world where it is the end of the world and everyone knows it and there's no saving it. So some people are partying and some people are very upset that those people are partying, all the while there are now horrible things in the world like werewolves, vampires, and eldritch monstrosities.
So many talented people.
I luck out. It's entirely luck. Ugh.
I mean, obviously we're the most talented, but these guys are pretty fancy.
We also, we'll be on Identico's Twitch on Tuesday for our regular every other week game there. We have, let's see, Lords of Sin is going to be starting here in March, a bi-weekly for about 10 to 12 episodes, high-level D&D5e mini campaign.
You got a hell of a crew there, too.
Yes, an incredible crew where they are going to be trying to take down the Lords of Sin, one lord representing
Hey, Ethan,
every
who's
sin.
in it?
That is going to be, actually, that'll get announced here in a little bit. Hold on for
It's
that.
a secret.
Hold on for that.
I'll give you guys one hint. It isn't me.
Lauren is
That's
not in
actually
it.
shocking.
Lauren is not in it. So we are going to start a raid here, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. Take care of yourselves. It's a tough time out there for a lot of people. Even if it's not for you, please appreciate that it is for a lot of people. And be good to each other. Be kind whenever you have the choice, and you almost always have the choice. So choose that as often as possible. And until we see you... Huh?
Oops. And plus, it's like, if you're feeling overwhelmed with all the news, just shut off for a couple of hours.
That is totally allowed and very healthy.
The news is still going to be there.
It will.
You can catch up.
Go
as
recharge because we need you. So recharge when you can. And until we see you next time, take care of yourselves, be good, we love you, and stay wild. Bye, friends. See y'all next time.